You don't feel like she's right?
If a man tells you 30, 30 times in December he do not want to be with you, he has every right to do what he wants. It don't matter if you in his house or not. Like, he has every right.
Okay, but they still was acting as though they was in a relationship. She still was living there. Like, you don't feel like that's disrespectful? Like,
No!
so
Like, no!
Yes, it is.
How?
Why would you agree with him? Like, so you really agree with him?
Yes, I feel man, look, if I tell you we over, it don't matter. I can do what I want. All shit applies, bro.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. Well, I feel like that's not the case. Because if the shoe was on the other foot and she was the one that said the shit and she...
Well, I feel how he feels.
All right, no, you cut me off.
No, because that don't, what you saying don't make no sense.
What you saying don't make no sense. He supposedly didn't want her, but she still was living there. If you don't want somebody, you're not going to live with them.
Well, she should have left.
Well, he should have put her out.
Why you gonna put his baby out?
Okay.
Alright, this is a bad idea. Right.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Alright,
you get out.
Get out. I'm serious.
Get out.
Go.
Fuck you then.
Alright, go.
Okay.
Get out. It's not even worth that shit. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy,
the one and only
Bob. What's good, YouTube? What up, Bomb Squad, man? I'm coming at you today with K. I like how that I'm coming at you today with K. And man, we was gonna do reaction, but the video is 43 minutes long. So what we did, probably what everybody else did, watched it. And what we gonna do? I got this pitch up because
they look happy.
Yeah, because they look happy. And that's good. You know, like, that's good that you can actually see that before the argument. You know, because you can see that, you know, certain things that they just truly make them happy and they just blush. First things first, shout out Prettyboyfredo and Jasmine for even airing their personal business out. I know a lot of people bashed them and said, keep your business offline. If you don't want personal to be on, then don't put it out there. But at the same time, if you've been a long-term fan of these people, you know that they don't get y'all fake, they get y'all real. When they're together, they get y'all the real thing. So to just turn that off because of opinions, it would do injustice to what they've built. So I mean, but that still don't that still goes without saying, like, it takes courage to do this. So shout out to them because they did not have to include y'all in it, but they did. So how you feel about that?
I agree with you. Because it's never easy to let anyone know what's going on inside your household. So, like, I agree with them, and that's very brave of them to do because they knew by them doing this that they was going to get a lot of judgment, backlash. Some people might agree, some people might not, but they didn't care. And they shouldn't care because, you know, it's between them.
First things first, a lot of these things that they said, y'all, I can relate to because a lot of things Prettyboyfredo did, I did myself. So that is kind of not easy for me to say, but I'm past that. I'm a grown man, and to move on, you have to accept. You gotta accept responsibility. He said that like 5 times. You gotta accept responsibility, and you have to move on. So everything I'm saying is from this was my past standpoint, and this is where we at now, and this is how we made it thus far. When he said in December, he's like, he told her in December, that was it. He didn't want that no more. You know, he said he told her that in December, he didn't want that no more. And at that point, he started maneuvering in that way.
So basically, I think that, yes, he did tell her that they might have agreed on whatever the case may be. But at the same time, I also feel like you can't still be having someone live with you, your ex, the mother of your child, knowing that there's still love there, and expect her not to react or feel some type of way when just because you said that you didn't want her and you're doing single stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's still living there. Like, I just feel like out of a respect thing, like, she have every right to feel the way she do, especially if she's thinking that, you know, they still doing relationship things, she's still living there. Like, we don't know everything that they doing there. So I feel like I agree with her.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say, like I said, from experience, I'm not gonna take a side. I'm gonna just put an opinion in there. It's hard. It's hard to be broken up and in the same home. To cut somebody off, you truly have to cut that person off. Now, even a single person might be able to agree with this. You may not have to go this far because you may just be that blunt to it. You may not have to delete them off social media. You may be able to still walk past them and be, cool, but you just don't talk to them. But in this scenario, for somebody that you've been with for this long, you have to cut off all ties. Only relation that y'all should have or probably can have without feelings getting involved on both sides is meet in exchange for that child, that connection. Right, it is hard to be in a house with somebody you just broke up with. Like I was telling her, I was like, imagine if we was together in our house and my ex was sleeping on the couch. And I'm like, you don't live here no more, but I'm gonna let you stay here. Right. You know what I'm saying? But every day, me and my girl, we walking on, I'm like, ex, you know what I'm saying? Lock up the house before you leave. Right. You know, you got to the 30th to move out and stuff. Like, that's hard. I'm not saying he was bringing girls in the house, but in the same sense, it's like, I'm coming home to you. Like, imagine if I bring home food. Like, I'm not gonna bring you food because we broke up. Right. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do? Like,
you can't be broken up and still living together. Like, y'all gonna have to talk at some point. Like, you're gonna talk.
Right.
So, like, you just can't live together and ignore each other or walk around just not saying nothing. Like, eventually y'all gonna talk and things will happen, and the woman is gonna feel like, well, you just did this with me, so why are you still doing single stuff?
Right.
Like, I honestly truly feel like that's what happened. Like, he told her that they might have went some time, whatever the case might be, but eventually they done something or been talking about something about a relationship or something like that to make her feel like that, because she honestly feel like he stepped out on her.
Right, she do. Well, we could go straight into that. Do you feel like she has the right to feel like he stepped out on her?
I honestly feel like they didn't put it in the video. Like, she kept saying, but we're acting like we're in a relationship, so I could be wrong. I feel as though she was saying, like, Fredo, come on. Like, we still sleeping together. So, like, why is you sitting here saying, just because you said December, like, I understand that December of 2018, we about to be in December 2019. I'm pretty sure they done did some things again. And her feelings is probably still there. Jasmine, she seems like a girl that loves hard. Like, that's me. Like, you can't break up with me and then have sex with me and then act single. You should know this. Like, I'm crazy, but she really, I feel like she's right. Like, if he did still was talking to females after they probably did something, fix your face. She had every right to feel like he stepped out on her.
Yeah, this is true. And y'all, I don't want y'all to feel like I'm just agreeing with everything Kay say. I have a mind of my own, and it may seem like we're gravitating towards Jasmine in all our opinions, but y'all,
I'm not, because Fredo, he did say he didn't want the relationship. He has a right to feel how you feel. Like, he does. Like, y'all gotta get that out. Like, you have to understand that when you a man and you make decisions, and I'm speaking from a man's decision. When you're a man and you make a decision, you become that decision that you've made. You even in some eras you even become that decision in wrong ways, because at the end of the day, men have to take all the heat on behalf of their family. Right.
Like, what happened with them, I didn't see. It probably happened, it probably didn't, but I didn't see nobody backlashing Jazz. Like, y'all turned Fredo. Well, I'm saying y'all, but as a community, Fredo became the devil almost, in a sense. Like, y'all just bad. Like, and he had to sit there and take that dealing with his decisions.
Right.
And y'all, that's not easy. Like, it's not. I've been on the backlash of that. Like, I know exactly how that feels to make a decision to do something on behalf of your family or on behalf of yourself to better yourself. I've told her when me and Kay was dating him, I told her, me and you do better when we're not together. And this was from seeing it. It was like, damn, why every time I break up, you just get bad? Like, you get fined, you get money and all this. But
so I'm ugly when we together.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I was saying. Like, when we broke up, like, Kay would glow up. Like, she would glow up. And when we got together, it would be like, okay, why I feel like I'm old? Like, now that I'm here, like, the glow just, not physically, I'm talking about Kay would be making moves. And when we got together, it would just be like, why am I the only, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like,
that's the past.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the past.
It is. But he, like I said, he have every right. But
I just feel like he should have went about it another way. Like, no one can fault him for being wrong about him not wanting a relationship no more. It don't matter if they have a child or not. A child not gonna keep y'all together. But I just feel as though he should have went about it another way. Like, if you was done with her, he should just cut her completely off. Which
that shit hard.
I know that, but he felt. But at the same time, you can't really blame him because what he was doing, he felt as though it was right. He felt like he was helping. He didn't really look at it as though, she might still catch feelings or this might happen or this. In his mind, he probably thought this is the best decision.
Right. And y'all, I can tell y'all from a man perspective that literally worked 2 jobs, it's a choice. Like, you have a choice. Fredo made a statement saying that, he did a whole year dedicating himself to his grind. He did a whole year dedicating himself to his grind so that, Jazz had her role to play and he had his role. And that's a choice. Now, some may say, Fredo, you still, imagine just being a YouTuber, you could wake up when you want, go to sleep when you want, you could grind when you want. But at the same time, Fredo made a choice and he has to live with it. And people have to understand that. Y'all, until you become a real father, right, wrong, good, bad, good, evil, whatever. When you're a father and you make a decision, you have to uphold it. To a certain extent, you have to go all in or don't go in at all. That's just all that comes with being a father. And in most cases, we have to pick up all the slack. We have to make the biggest sacrifices because we have to be that hardcore superhero for our family. He made that decision. To me, that's not a bad decision or a wrong decision. And with him making that decision that he made, I mean, you just have to understand that that's the decision that he made for his family, and he had to accept everything that came with it. Like, he just had to accept it. That's tough. Oh, y'all, I gotta tell y'all, bro. Third parties, third parties. y'all.
That is the worst thing you can possibly do, because your family, you might forgive them, but your family, they will always have a different view. Like, after something happened, they will always look and remember what you told them. So they will always look at the relationship different. They will always have a view of your relationship.
That's it. Like, that is literally it. Y'all, if you bring a third party into your situation, you gotta know what you're telling that third party. Like, y'all, they did 43 minutes of everything that happened. And this should have been a book. Because for us to really grasp everything, it would need to be in detail for our opinion to even be valid. Even though we have that background, our opinion is still not as valid as it can be because, y'all, we don't know what he was telling his parents. His parents could say whatever in front of camera, but when you on that phone in a secluded area saying whatever, You know, you gotta understand. Like, if I bring my daughter in here and she's 8 years old and she don't get to see her mama for like a month because I'm holding her for a month, and I tell her, your mama ain't this, your mama did that, and she this, that, and the third, and my 8-year-old daughter don't know the whole scenario. I may be intoxicating my daughter's brain to get a certain perspective about her own mother. Y'all, third parties is toxic. It's toxic. Because they're only going to give you what they think is the best answer for what you gave them. So if you go crying to them, you got to understand, if they really love you, they're already going to be sympathizing. They're probably not in the best mood to tell you straight up what's going on.
Right.
They're going to sympathize to the situation and give you the best advice possible to what they think you should do. But there's always two sides. And even with those two sides, that third party is not going to know everything. That's just last thing, y'all. I know how it feel to be a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer and to bring somebody into that life. And from experience, if you bring somebody into that life, you can't, well, you shouldn't fault them for wanting to gravitate away from your passion.
Right. And then she's a first time mother, so
she's literally
like,
speak from a mother's
like, it's her first child, and you don't want to miss those milestones in your child's life. Like, I'm not saying, I mean, they did do YouTube together and stuff, so I can understand how Fredo feels. Like, he probably felt like he needed her there. Like, he needed her there.
I felt that.
And by her being,
I felt that, yeah.
Okay. By her having, her first child, he in his mind, he feel like he's the provider, so he has to be the one to grind,
Yeah.
So I don't really feel like he's mad that she stopped doing videos with him. I feel like he's mad that he couldn't participate in the milestone of the whole year with their daughter like she did.
Yeah.
That's why. Which can honestly do something to you. Like missing those moments in your child's life.
Yep.
So
y'all, they both, all in all, to end the video off, don't want to make it, too long. All in all, they both have a right to that decision. They both have a right to feel how they feel.
I just hope they work it out.
Yeah,
like
that's all it is.
Because that's 6 years. I still feel like there's something there. Because her reaction, she just really cried like the whole video.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and her reaction is like you can tell she loved hard, and she still loved him, and I really feel like he still loved her.
Yeah.
If it's meant, they'll make their way back to each other. It will take time though.
Yeah, time, yo. Me and bro, we probably was on and off, in and
but
out.
But they got years. What, 2 years?
My daughter 3. My daughter 3. Me and Kate just really got good. Probably like
a year ago.
Probably like a year.
A year ago.
Yeah. After I got out of jail. This has been a good video by your boy Ace, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hopefully, our opinion and comment has weighed in. But says y'all can comment or whatever, or y'all send y'all response, man. We didn't really want to make it long. No bashing to them once again, man. Shout out to them for even putting their business on here, yo. That's hard.
Right.
That's really hard. And it's also hard to keep, sometimes it's hard to keep your business off here.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean,
and even after he made the video, I really applaud her. She didn't get on social media bashing him. She didn't do none of that. You didn't see her really stand.
right.
Like the old me.
Well, Kay, appreciate you for coming through. Long time coming. You ain't been on the channel in a good minute.
I know. So that means he got to go get me some chili.
So shout out to the Bum Squad, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through, bruh.
And if y'all want me in more videos, because I know I'm the face of this anyway.
Let's get. I'm gonna go low, man. Let's get 10 likes. Can I get 10 likes, y'all? Like, that's not a lot. I know it's low, y'all. We starting off. But 10 likes. Most people like 10K likes, 100K.
Shit.
Let's get 10, y'all.
Okay, that's good. That's
Yeah, 10 likes, man. And I'll bring K back on for another reaction, man. Appreciate everybody for watching the video, bro. And I'm out.